Good morning, all of you. This is K.B.N from K.B.N College. So now we are going to discuss Unit-4, Banking Theory and Practice. Banking Theory and Practice of Unit-4. So in this Unit-4, mainly in this Unit-4 we are going to discuss the relationship between the banker and customer. So generally two types of relationships are there between banker and customer. So one is general relationship, second one is special relationship. So there is no usually a definite relationship between banker and customer. First of all, who is customer? The person who opens an account in the bank. The person who opens an account in the bank, the person who opened an account with the bank is called a customer. So banker and customer are the two sides of a coin. Both are acting as two sides of the coin. Usually coin has two sides. Similarly, banker and customer has two sides of the coin. This relationship depends upon the nature of services rendered by the banker. So today banks acting as part and parcel of our day-to-day life. So bank is part and parcel of every human being's life today. It has a prominent role, so that bankers playing a good role, a prominent role, so in human beings' life, so that people are depending on the bank. Bankers meet the needs and requirements of the farmers, businessmen, entrepreneurs, and governments and other societies. There is no legal definition for the customer. Usually, those who are opened an account with the bank, they will become customer of the bank. So here the relationship between the banker and customer may be classified in two categories. First one is general relationship, second one is special relationship. So first, what is general relationship? So general relationship may be classified into five or six categories, usually five categories. Sometimes it may be expanded to six categories. First one is debtor and creditor relationship. The general relationship of the banker, so between the customer and banker, is debtor and creditor. Who is debtor here? Who is creditor here? Who is debtor here? Who is creditor here? Here banker is a debtor, banker becomes debtor, so customer becomes creditor. Whenever the amount is deposited in the bank, so by a person, the person may be creditor, the banker may be debtor. So because the customer is depositing his amount in his bank account, then banker is the receiver, so that is the reason banker has a debtor. So customer is a giver, that is the reason customer is creditor. So in debtor-creditor relationship, some sub points are there. Demand for the payment is necessary. So if you want to withdraw, being a customer, you are supposed to withdraw your money from your bank account. You can demand for the payment if it is necessary. We need to withdraw your amount from the bank. You can demand if you have maintaining sufficient volume of amount in your bank account. Demand must be made only at a proper place. Wherever you have an account in the bank, such branch only we can withdraw your amount. So I have account in SBI, I can withdraw money from SBI in the same branch, not in other branches, not in other organizations. So demand must be made only at a proper time. So between 10 to 4, the banking hours are 10 to 4, the customer banking hours are 10 to 4. Between 10 to 4, you can deposit or you can withdraw, not after 4, not before 10. Demand should be made in proper manner. So we can withdraw our money, so through issuing of check or through withdrawal form or through some other tools which are facilitating by the banker for us. So what kind of facilities, what kind of forms are providing by the banker to withdraw our amount from the bank? We can fill either or. So either or whatever forms they are providing for us to withdraw our amount. So next one is, second one is, first relationship is debtor and creditor is over. Next we are going to move trustee and beneficiary. Who is trustee? Who is beneficiary here? Usually banker acting as a trustee, so customer becomes a beneficiary when banker acting as a trustee, because banker taking the responsibility of our money. So banker acting as a custodian of our deposit, banker acting as a custodian of our valuable things when you are maintaining a locker in our banker. So that banker becomes a trustee, beneficiary becomes a, so customer becomes a beneficiary. Principal and agent. Who is principal here and who is agent here? Banker acting as an agent on behalf of the customer. Sometimes banker may be dealing with the other people on behalf of his customer. Sometimes some amounts paid by the banker on behalf of the customer. So basing on the standing instructions given by the customer, basing on the orders given by the customer. So like to pay LIC premium, to pay medical insurance premium, to pay telephone charges, fixed amount, fixed amounts or EMIs. Sometimes on behalf of the customer, banker has to pay the EMIs. So that in that situation, banker becomes an agent. Principal. So customer becomes a principal because customer maintaining bank account with some volume of amount in his account. Mortgage and mortgager. Who is mortgager? Who is mortgage? Here the relationship between the banker and customer is mortgage and mortgager. When loan is taken by the customer from the bank, will become a mortgager. So when loan is granting by the banker, then he will become a mortgager. Sorry, mortgagee. So lessor and lessee. Who is lessor and who is lessee? Lessor and lessee. Here, suppose some of the customers are taking lockers and other things on rental basis or nominal rental basis, nominal annual rental basis. In that situation, customer become a lessor and banker become a lessee. Obligation of a banker. So this is a special relationship between the banker and the customer. First one is obligations. What are the obligations to be fulfilled or to be performed by the banker, to be completed by the banker? And rights of a banker. What are the rights so having by the banker? Obligation. Now we are going to discuss the obligations of a banker. So to honor the customer's check. First one is to honor the customer's check. When customer is issuing a check, the banker should honor the check. So in that situation, the customer has been maintaining sufficient volume of amount in his account. There are sufficient funds of the customer in his hand. Then only banker can honor the check. So correctness of check. Check should be maintained by the issuer in a correct manner. Then banker can accept the check. Proper drawing of the check. So proper maintenance or proper drawing, everything, all columns should be filled by the check issuer in a good manner. Proper application of funds. Sufficient volume of funds should be maintained by the check issuer to honor the check. Proper presentation. Between the banking hours, between 10 to 4, they can present the check within the 90 days of issuing the check. Reasonable time. So they are taking some time. So usually bankers are taking some time. It may be 1 day or so depending on the branch. They may be taking 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Sometimes they may be giving instantly. If you check within the branch, check issuer and check collector within the branch, same branch, they can encash immediately. To maintain secrecy of accounts, so the banker should maintain secrecy of accounts. The banker is not supposed to disclose customer details so to anybody without his permission. Rights of the banker. First one is interest. The banker has a right to collect the interest on customers' loans. So that is one of the rights of the banker, to collect the interest from the customers on their borrowings. Commission. When banker is rendering services for the benefit of the customer, they may be taking so commission. Bankers are generally collecting commission from the customers on some services rendering by the banker for the benefit of the customers. For that they are taking some commission. So bankers are levied some charges against their services. Some kind of facilities are providing by the banker, like ATM cards or SMS facilities. For that they are charging some incidental charges, commitment charges. So basing on the services, they are making some charges, like granting of the loans or granting of the some other kinds of issues. They are charging some charges against their commitment between the customer and banker. So this is a relationship between the banker and the customer. Thank you, one and all.